What's up guys, Austin back with another rowing video, and today we're going to talk about breathing and the rowing machine. So why is breathing important? Well, mainly it keeps you alive, and my number one tip is don't hold your breath while rowing. So now that you know not to hold your breath while rowing, how do we optimize our breathing while rowing? Well, having a breathing pattern is most important when it comes to maximal efforts. So let's think of like a 2,000 meter row, the classic rower's distance. How are we supposed to breathe on a 2,000 meter row? Well, I like to look to the pros for this. Let's check out Henrik Steffensen. He is the world record holder on the rowing machine for the lightweight men's 2,000 meter row. Let's see how he breathes. Okay, so right off the bat, when we look at his breathing technique, number one, he has a rhythm with what he's doing. You can tell he's doing a 2-breath sequence with each stroke that he takes. He's taking an exhale right at the catch of the stroke, a full breath, and then another exhale at the finish of the stroke. One of the most important aspects of the breathing that he's doing is that it is a rhythm. Every stroke is exactly the same as far as his breathing pattern goes. And by establishing that rhythm, both, mentally, physically, and with his breath, that is how he's able to hold the world record for that distance. That's just one of the key components. Our bodies naturally like to have rhythm. That's why when a beat starts playing, we kind of start bobbing our heads to it. Our bodies like to have that rhythm. And so that's a perfect example. That breathing rhythm is a rhythm. One of the key components to the rhythm of his breathing is that exhale at the finish of the stroke. And I think that goes a long way to emphasize the completeness of each stroke that he takes. It's not just legs, core, arms, back up, legs, core, arms, back up. It has that distinct start with the exhale at the catch, legs, core, arms, exhale, finish. So it kind of breaks it down. It's, instead of 3 parts, it has 5 parts. Exhale, legs, core, arms, exhale. So by having that complete, full rhythm, that's how he's able to perform at his best. So having a rhythm and a consistent pattern with your breathing is one of the keys to success to performing at high intensity and at a maximal effort. Now, when it comes to breathing at a submaximal intensity, so we're talking more like steady state efforts, just hopping on to get the heart rate elevated, get a sweat going, and put in some miles. Now, with an effort like that, it's a lot different than the 2,000 meter effort, right? That's a maximum, full intensity, full-fledged effort, whereas with the submaximal intensity rowing workout, it's a little bit different. But we can try to use this same idea of the 2 breaths per stroke with a submaximal effort as well. However, the breaths just aren't as exaggerated. I think one of the key takeaways from watching Steffensen row is that idea of the exhale at the finish of the stroke. Really trying to connect, the leg drive, the swing with the body, the finish with the arms, and then the release of the power generated. So depending on the stroke rate that you're using, the breaths are going to be exaggerated, potentially a bit longer, potentially a bit shorter, depending on, again, that stroke rate. So here's an example of rowing at 20 strokes per minute using that 2 breaths per stroke idea. And again, this same idea of the 2 breaths, emphasizing the exhale at the finish, can be applied to even lower stroke rates. Let's try 16 strokes per minute. So as you can see, we're still able to maintain that rhythm and that pattern of breathing. It's just slowed down a little bit. Now, it's important to realize that when you're doing a submaximal effort, those are long duration efforts. They take a long time to accomplish, and that gives you some time to really play around with your breathing to find out what rhythm works for you. Because in the end, everybody's different. Everybody's going to have some people might do it differently, and you have to find what's best for you. But just like in the high intensity row, where finding that rhythm was key, during a submaximal row, finding that rhythm is key, right? Especially if you're doing it for a long duration. The more you can get your body, your mind, your breathing, everything into a rhythm, the more efficient you're going to be with your rowing strokes. So next time you hop on the rowing machine for a workout, whether it's a high intensity workout or a submaximal workout, try emphasizing that exhale at the finish of the stroke and see if that makes you feel like you're taking each stroke in a more complete way. It's kind of hard to put it into words, but you'll know what I mean if you give it a try. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys for the next video.